Question 20. Solve the following equation. When I'm solving this equation, okay, first thing you see is a bracket. So whenever you see a bracket, you multiply out the bracket. So to multiply out the bracket, you have to do 2 times the first term and then 2 times the second term. So 2 times 8 is 16, plus 2 times 5x is 10x. So we're left with 12x plus 19 is equal to 16 plus 10x. So now you're looking like an equation. Now you have to solve it. You have to get all the x's on the one side, all the numbers on the other. So what's bigger, 12x or 10x? 12x is bigger, so I need to bring my 10x over this side. The opposite of add 10x, when it goes over the other side, becomes take away 10x. And on the other side, I've still got 16, but I need to move the plus 19 over. When the plus 19 goes over, it becomes take away 19. So then it becomes 12x take away 10x is 2x. 16 take away 19 is minus 3. And an x, then you divide both sides by 2. So minus 3 divided by 2. Subject of the formula is like an equation, but we want to find what n is, and we have all letters in our answers. So when I'm looking at this, it says the square root of 3n plus 4p. Because all of it is the square root, I need to get everything over the other side. So like first thing, the big thing I got to get rid of is the square root. So like previously, where everything becomes opposite, it does that with these questions. So the opposite of square root is square. So to get rid of the square root, it becomes squared. Now I want to find what n is, so I need to get rid of this plus 4p. Like the last question, the opposite of plus is a minus, so the plus 4p this time goes over and becomes minus 4p. And then I divide by the number in front of n. So because I got more than one term, I have to divide it all by 3. So a big line goes across it, and then you divide it by 3. Question 22. What this actually means, it means 3xxy plus 6xyy. And when we factorize it, we want to put a bracket into it. So we want to find the highest common factor, the highest thing that goes into this, and the highest thing that goes into this. What's common to both? The highest number that goes into both is 3. So I'm going to take 3 in. All right, there's also 1x in both of them. You got 2 in the first one, so there's at least 1x on both of them. So I can cross that x out. And there's also at least 1 y in them, so I can take a y out. And I'm asking myself, how many 3's in 3? I've taken the 3 out, so 3 3's are 1. I've taken the x out. I've taken the y out, so I'm just left with x. And there's plus, how many 3's in 6? 2. I've taken an x out. I've taken a y out, so I'm just left with y on the end. And if you're not sure, you can multiply it out to check. So 3xy times x is 3x squared y, and 3xy times 2y becomes 6xy squared, so I know I've done it right.